let's move on and let's talk about kimchi, child. Now, when I saw this, child, I gagged because I was like, ill. I was disgusted with this with the audio, especially of what kimchi was talking about. So, we talked about a couple of weeks ago that Eureka went on Very Delta and talked about kimchi. She was like, oh, we the same size, and she wouldn't give me an outfit and all this other stuff. And I looked at kimchi, I'm like, kimchi looks smaller than Eureka in regards of size. Now, if she got stretch fabric, I could see, them two doing some stuff or borrowing clothes. So I found this video on TikTok via Twitter where Kimchi was talking about um her experience with Eureka and how nasty Eureka is. It's a little graphic. I hope y'all didn't eat anything when you watch this video. So please hold as I pull up this clip for y'all to watch. Okay.
I'm not entitled to loan her any outfit because she's not my friend. We've never been friends. We were never cool and we never like fucked around like that. This person does not have the best hygiene.
Okay.
Like there are days where like I'll try to like convince this person to shower. And the person's like, oh fine. Like I'm fine, girl. And I'm like, but no, like we are all like traveling, living together, and we have to like smell you constantly. Like for example, they had like a jumpsuit that would get drenched in sweat like after their performance, and which it happens most of the time. Like you hang sweaty things out so it can like air out and dry. Well, this person would wrap the sweaty jumpsuit up and put it in a plastic bag and carry from city to city, and every time this entire person's luggage would just smell like strong mildew, like a vinegary mildew. And on top of that, this person had like an open pus in their stomach that they were, instead of getting treated for whatever reason, they were covering up with duct tape. Which is also like baffling. And on top of that, just in Brisbane, this person was talking about how they shit the bed and they just like left it on the bed.
First of all, that is disgusting. I believe that the show is called Drama for the Table. I've never heard of the podcast. I've never heard of the show, but I guess if you want to hear the full thing, well, I'm sure like the gay blogs and everything will be talking about it. So I'm sure there'll be a link somewhere or whatever. But I just came across that video on social media. I was like, oh my God, I have to bring this for y'all to hear that. So yeah, Kimchi is out here spilling all kinds of tea and said that Eureka's nasty. And the funny thing is, I believe it. Like, how you walking around here, like, your clothes, I mean, I get that the clothes are sweaty because that happens. Like, if you work out of the gym or whatever the case is, or you're doing anything that's physical and you start sweating, you need to air out your clothes so that way they don't start stinking or whatever the case is, because that's going to happen. You can't always get your clothes to the dry cleaners, especially if you're a drag queen. So it's like, if you perform whatever, yeah, at least let it air out. And then she's out here doing all kinds of stuff. But it kind of makes me wonder, was she out here shitting the bed because that was, she was in one of her little drug situations at the time, because she's always talking about addiction with her. And no shade, I mean, I get that a lot of people, you should be worried about your hygiene, but when you a big girl, you cannot afford to just be out here not wiping areas and cleaning yourself and keeping your hygiene up. Another thing I thought was really gross, she said she had like a little situation of an open wound and she covered it up in duct tape. I'm like, ugh. Like, first of all, me hearing all of that and her describing all that, it's like, you got to worry about the possibility of pus and all kinds of other craziness getting on the clothes. So it's like, when she stood up here talking about that, I was just so grossed out listening to this. It's like, and I believe every word, because Eureka give me like she nasty. And the stuff that was coming out on social media after I did the story, where they were talking about that Eureka don't pay people and all this other stuff. And I do agree with Eureka. I mean, not Eureka. I do agree with Kim that if we're not friends, I'm not required to give you anything. I'm not required to give you an outfit. First of all, as a drag queen, you should have enough clothes in your repertoire to be able to get up out on stage or do whatever. You should have all of that. Don't think just because we all cordial with each other, whatever, that I'm going to trust you enough to let you put on my expensive shit When A, you ain't washed your ass in a day or 3. B, you got cysts and all kinds of other shit on your body that probably pop. Wasn't there somebody on the show that said that they had a cyst? On one of the episodes of Drag Race, and there was somebody, they had like a little cyst or whatever that burst, and it was like in their first episode. I remember who it was. I know it was the Asian queen, though. Was it Rock'em Sakura? It was somebody. I can't remember what it was, because it's been a minute since I've seen that season. So, I say all this to say this is nasty. I'm glad that Kim came out and defended herself, because it's like, okay, this chick gonna go on Very Delta and say this stuff on social media, and I don't have a way of defending myself. So now somebody came and asked me my side of the story, and I get to tell my side of the story. So shout out to you, Miss Chi, and we'll see where this tea goes, because I'm sure that this story is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. But I really hope that we can move on from this, because this, I don't want to hear no more nastiness about that. Like, that's disgusting. But Eureka says, wash behind. That's nasty. And just because you think and you used to your stench doesn't necessarily mean that everybody else got to sit and put up with your stench.